Hello everybody, this is Reggie Time with another hand for discussion on my channel. If you are liking the hand reviews or just liking the channel in general, or just want to give me a few likes to boost my ego, please do hit the like button. Please do subscribe to the channel and do all the other things, and click the little bell thing so you know when the videos come. Yeah, I don't monetize the channel, but nevertheless it's nice to get some positive feedback and just know that some people are out there getting something from what I'm doing. So yeah, this hand here we have a suited connector on the button, unknown regular. We have these stats on him. I didn't have these stats at the time. All these 146 hands were played during this session. As far as I was concerned, he was just an unknown new player to me, and I hadn't been paying too much attention to him. I was 6 tabling at the time. I had 3 13L snap tables and 3 10L snap tables going, and I hadn't really noticed him very much. He'd been raising a few hands, but it didn't seem like he was a fish or anything like that. I call with the 6-5 suit in the button, which I think is absolutely fine. Another player calls in the blind again. Didn't know very much about him. All of these hands would have come during this session, would be my guess, and we flop pretty damn well. We flop bottom pair and a flush draw, which is obviously quite a nice flop for our hand. It checks round. I think the first decision is, do we bet here or do we check? And I think if we didn't have the pair, I think it would certainly be a bet. If the 5 was an offsuit deuce, I think this would be a bet for sure with our flush draw. Like no showdown value, but decent equity. It seems like a good spot to bet. But given we got the pair as well, it gives us back a little bit of showdown value and decent equity. I think it's a fine spot just to check back and see what happens on the turn. So that's what I elected to do. Turn comes a 7 of clubs, and this is when things start happening. This player leads out for half pot. The pre-flop raiser now decides to raise, and all of a sudden we've got our flush, and I'm kind of thinking, I don't think it's a good spot to raise right now, because we're kind of over-repping our hand if we do that. And we're going to get everything to fold except better flushes, you would imagine. You know, I couldn't see if someone's turned a set, for example, a set of 7s. Maybe, fuck it, maybe they just go broke with it. But then I think we need someone to have at least a set here for us to be able to get our money in good and then call it off with a set. And I don't like it. I don't like to raise here, especially with like a small flush. With a bigger flush I would certainly raise, but not with the small flush. So I did just call. The river comes down, pretty nice break. In terms of it doesn't change anything. And then our opponent then leads out again for half pot. And the question here for me is quite a simple one. Do we raise? If so, do we make a small raise? Do we, imagine if we were to make this say $15, could we raise fold? Could we raise and get called by worse very often? I mean, I'm guessing a set might call a small bet on the river. If he did turn, if Daggerin did turn, say, a set of 7s, for example, I could very well see him playing it this way. And maybe he calls the river if I just make it 15 from now. Or do we bet call? Which maybe doesn't seem too clever to me. Or can we just go for the overbet shove here and like, try and rep something like just a naked ace of clubs that's just called the turn with like a naked flush draw, something like that. So yeah, I think the options are we can't fold here, so we're not having fold as an option. We've kind of eliminated the fold button. But my question to you guys is, how many of you are raising, how many of you are calling, and if the ones of you are raising, how much are you raising? And if you're raising just a small amount, what is your plan if you get jammed on? So they're the questions. Call, raise small, and then what happens if he jams, or call and or just shove now and hope he just hero calls you with something. I hope you've enjoyed the hand. I'm going to do lots more of these like short videos rather than lots and lots of long ones. So hopefully we'll maybe come back with two or three of these a week, at least whilst I'm grinding 888 when I'm getting lots of hands in. So hopefully you guys enjoy them, and hopefully it'll give you something to chew over and something to discuss. But we'll leave it there, and yeah, please catch us again later in the week with another video. Bye bye for now.